Hey everybody, Reagan Outdoors here. I wanted to give you a quick video just to kind of go over my Vibe Seaghost 110. This is my main yak. This is what I always kayak on lately. The first 3 years, in fact it's back over here, I kayaked off this little Sun Dolphin here, and I had mods on that. It's on one of my first videos. It took about an hour to set up to get out. This, I'm out 10 minutes, so we'll go over it real quick and show you how it's done. I do use a trolling motor, a 55 amp hour battery made for wheelchair, I think, power chair, what we'll call them, and which is just essentially wired in through the hole. Quick, easy attachments. Slide it in the back, put your dry bag back, and you're good to go. That all gets wired into this, your voltage meter. You have your cigarette lighter and your USB 1 amp and 2.1 amp charger. I do use this every once in a while to charge my GoPros, but mainly I like to keep my batteries charged and just exchange them as needed. This is important because once this reads 12 volts, you're dead. Get back in, change out your battery. Now, I carry an extra battery with me. I have a 35 amp hour battery that I keep charged, and I keep in the back at all times, just in case the front one decides to die on me. For the rudder system on the Vibes, it comes with a real nice rudder system, pedal steering. I changed it up a little bit. You still have your pedal steering, so your lovely little locking pedal steering for your rudder. And what I did was I took the rudder mount, I then transformed it into this, which is a motor mount. Punch a hole through it a little higher for more leverage. Put a bolt through it, bolt through the shaft. Want to be careful not to nick your wires when you're hitting this, because if you nick those wires in there, they are a pain to fix. Have another bolt on the bottom here so it doesn't shift forward anymore, so it actually thrusts you forward instead of pivoting up this way. The steering's hooked up just like the rudder. Excuse my horrible tying job. And it is seriously the same exact mount that the rudder came on. It even functions the same way. So essentially, if you run up on ground or big rocks or something, you can then take your rudder control and oh look at that, just flips right up, locks into place, then you are good to go. And that also does sit higher than the hole itself, so you're not going to have issues scraping the motor before. Now there is no reverse. Obviously from here, if you put it in reverse, what's going to happen? Yeah, it's just going to shoot your motor out of the water. But you're in a kayak, do you really need reverse? No. Just pull up your motor and whip your paddle out. There you go, you got reverse. Let's go over my pole holders real quick. These, let me get on this side. This is an 1 3/4 inch PVC. I made it just the other day, and it is seriously just 4 pole holders, and I drilled the hole for my flag, but I had to angle my flag away from my poles because it was getting hooked up in the hooks. Then I made this little pivot arm out of threaded PVC. You can see how I just have threads, so one end's tightening, one end's loosening. If I have to bring up my pole to retie, or if I just caught a fish and I'm jumbling around with my pole, I need somewhere quick to set it down. So that's why I built this. This is mainly just so I can slip my pole on my side real fast and not worry about it, because I'm putting my pole on the side here and it's slipping off the yak, or it's all over the place. So this essentially knocks any of that out. I'm not shuffling around with my pole. Vibe came out with their new seat for the Shearwater. I was extremely jealous. It was a great seat. The original Vibe seat was great, but when the Shearwater came out, they had that perch on the back. And the perch, I've seen people stand on them. That's nice. I wouldn't stand on them, but I would like to sit up on that perch. So what I did, took a little wood and a pad, and I built my own perch. Now, this works the exact same way as theirs does. I could sit up here. I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I also have PVC in here to kind of make it a little larger, because I noticed there was a lot of complaints about this cracking with maybe people jumping in and bouncing on them. Got my yak tack rod holders as usual. I got an extension on this one, no extension on this one. That's just how I like to roll. The motor is wired through the hole, so you just follow this down and it goes through the hole and goes all the way down to the front hatch. The center console is where all the wiring essentially goes through. So I have my PWM switch here, and I have an alternate auxiliary switch, which right now isn't hooked up to anything, but I can hook it up to lights or something. Wires go all the way through, little hole in the back, little hole in the front. Make sure you don't get them pinched. Shut this. And then you have your PWM switch and speed control. My GoPro Stick up front that I painted horribly with my lovely orange and black paint, which is horrible, but I don't care. It's just gonna get thrashed anyways. And you can use this as your net holder too. If you want a quick easy access to your net, you can just throw it in there. So that all wrapped up is pretty much how I am out on the water. I keep it simple. I try not to bring too much stuff with me. And the Vibe Seaghost does it all. It's pretty nice. It's about 425 pound limit, so these batteries aren't anything to it. I'm about 180, 200, and it handles no problem. Alright, well that's pretty much all I have to say about the Vibe today. There's more mods going to be coming, so I'll just keep you updated. So, peace!